Ladies and gentlemen, the Charles W. Morgan, the sole survivor of her kind, has returned to this great city of fellow survivors, New Bedford.
The Charles W. Morgan was launched 173 years ago on July 21st, 1841, right here in New Bedford. She is now the last of the surviving American whaling fleet that at one point was 2,700 plus vessels. She had 80 years of service, and during that time, the Morgan ventured on 37 different voyages. She was called a lucky ship because she survived so many storms and countless other hardships. She not just survived, she thrived.
The whalemen were said to have been leaders in the community because they had a perspective that everybody else lacked. They saw the rest of the world. They saw dangers. They stared death in the face, and they met people from every corner of the globe. And they were in that way very similar in the respect they received from the community and the wisdom that they offered from veterans returning home today. There's an experience and a perspective that adds to the richness and the quality and the strength of the community. And that's what whaling did in this port for well over 100 years. The return of the Morgan is a gift, both to Greater New Bedford and to all of America.
She was built at a fortuitous time, when after more than a century of research and development, the creative and commercial energies of American whaling were reaching their zenith. She was part factory ship, part spaceship, capable of traveling to distant worlds where not even the great English explorer Captain James Cook had ever been. Instead of speed, she was built for longevity, providing a safe, trustworthy platform for pursuing the Leviathan to the most distant and storm-tossed reaches of the planet. On July 12, 1841, the Charles W. Morgan, constructed of live oak secured from the Chesapeake, white pine, spruce, and mactatac from Maine, all of it pinned together with locust trunnels from Long Island, slid into the Acushnet. The Morgan was a Stradivarius of American whale ships, a beautifully crafted work of utilitarian art that would prove to be both extraordinarily lucky and extraordinarily profitable. Throughout her remarkable 80-year career, the Morgan brought in a total of 54,483 barrels of oil and 152,935 pounds of whalebone. Over that span of time, she was a temporary home and workplace for more than 1,500 sailors from 50 different countries. One of the many reasons the Morgan is still with us today is that soon after the end of her career as a whaler, which included an 18-year stint in San Francisco, she briefly became a movie star, appearing most notably in the 1922 silent film Down to the Sea in Ships. Since the city was unable to take on the preservation of the Morgan, the Whalemen's Club decided to take up Colonel Green's offer to provide a home for the ship at his Round Hill estate in South Dartmouth. Green paid an estimated $100,000, a fabulous sum during the Great Depression, to restore the Morgan and construct a shoreside viewing platform. This is the great underappreciated story of local efforts to save and exhibit the ship, which came to a sudden and tragic end with the Colonel's death in June 1936. By the fall of 1941, after the hurricane of '38 came close to smashing the ship into driftwood, the difficult decision was made to give the ship to what would eventually become known as Mystic Seaport. And so on November 5th, 1941, the Charles W. Morgan left New Bedford under tow, never to return, until now.
closing ceremony of the Charles W. Morgan. It's been a fantastic week for the city of New Bedford. There have literally been tens of thousands of visitors over the course of the week. Just so happened that this great occasion coincided with the Cape Verdean Recognition Parade as well as the New Bedford Folk Festival. There are tons and tons of people in the cities filling up our shops and restaurants. So it's been an enormous opportunity for New Bedford to make a great first impression on a lot of folks. But it's also a great opportunity for New Bedford to turn the page on its past. For long, this festival was seen as an emblem of decline in our region. And now with its return at a time when New Bedford is on the rise, we can come to terms with our history and look forward to a brighter future.